Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope all is well. Colorado, they had their last scrimmage. I want to talk about that because next weekend, we're only 6 days away now before the big game against TCU. That's Coach Prime's first game as head coach of Colorado. So this is going to be a big game. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about USC a little bit. I'm glad that college football is back. I was excited today because I watched the Jackson State game and I also watched the USC game. And I was watching the USC game from a different perspective, because I know Colorado is going to play them. And I wanted to see what USC is bringing to the table. And they're bringing a lot to the table, and we're going to talk about it. I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders. This is going to be his Power 5 debut against TCU. Is he ready? We're going to talk about that. Travis Hunter, what is his role? I think we all know what his role is. And I want to talk about a few other players as well. All right, guys, stay tuned. Guys, please do me a favor. Before we get into this video, please give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. All of that will be greatly appreciated by me. Hey, before I get started, our defensive line is in good hands. Big Warren Sapp is in the building. I was waiting for Warren Sapp to come visit the team because Warren Sapp stopped by to visit Jackson State to give them some, gold jacket advice. So shout out to Big Warren Sapp. He's in the building. So again, the defensive line, they're in good hands. All right, so Colorado, they had their last scrimmage and Dylan Edwards is ready. Let's run that back one more time in slow motion. This kid is ready, man. I think he done moved himself up the depth chart, and I think he's going to play an integral part in this game coming up against TCU. I mean, they're going to use his speed and quickness, and like I said, the running back room is really stacked right now. But let's take a look at Dylan one more time. Yeah, so this is it. This scrimmage, Coach Prime was stressing to them, we're going to play hard. We're going to cut down on the mistakes. They're just fine tuning right now. I liken this to a dress rehearsal before the big play. And the big play is against TCU because that's when the season starts. And I'm expecting big things from them this year. I'm also expecting them to win a TCU game. I think it might be a close game, but what say you? Do you guys think that the TCU game is going to be close? Do you think it's going to be a blowout either way? Let me know below. I was reading an article here and they were talking about Shedeur Sanders' first Power 5 action. And it says Colorado's success against TCU and throughout the season will largely come down to how quickly Shedeur Sanders can transition to this level of college football. Shedeur dominated at the FCS level, but facing the national runner-up from previous season to open up the year will be a great litmus test for the son of the head coach. So you guys think he's ready? I think Shedeur is ready. I honestly do. He brings a lot of gifts to the table. His vision, I stressed this before. Shedeur makes great decisions, but again, his vision to find the open man is second to none. I think that's one of his greatest gifts in his selection. If you're open, he's going to find you. And I know this from following him at Jackson State. He will find the open man. And also, he's not afraid to run it if he has to get out of trouble. And let's face it, he has a lot of options to throw to. He has Jimmy Horn Jr., we know Xavier Weaver, Javon Antonio, Tavares Dawson, Omarion Miller, Willie Gaines, Jalen Ellis. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So he has a lot of weapons there. And I'm not even naming everyone. There's a lot of talented freshmen on the team right there that I didn't even name. I mean, he has those weapons as well. They're deep at the wide receiver position. I'm not worried about them at the wide receiver position this year. They're very deep. I'm also not worried about them at the running back position. So they have a running game. Like I said, Dylan Edwards is showing a lot of, that's all I really see in practice though, really is Dylan Edwards. Haven't really seen too much of Cavassier Smoke. And I know Alton McCaskill, I guess our question will get answered once we see that depth chart to see if Alton McCaskill is going to get the start. And then also Savion Wilkerson has just been cleared, so he's ready to play. And they're deep at that running back position, so I'm not worried about them there. They have a running game. They have the wide receivers for Shedeur to throw to pick from. He has tight ends. He has Michael Harrison. He is blossoming into a tight end. He transitioned from wide receiver to tight end. And so I'm not worried about them there. So I think Shedeur is going to transition well to the Power 5 level. He's going to have to get that ball out fast, though. But he's going to transition well. Like Coach Prime said, he is a smart kid, and he's ready to go. He's not just a coach's son. He has a lot of gifts and attributes he brings to the table. Travis Hunter. Now, we know Travis Hunter is going to play both sides of the ball. I don't think he's going to come out the game. I mean, just for a quick breather here and there. But he's going to play the majority of those snaps. And I think Coach has said that as well. He's not coming out the game, only to get a breather here and there. It's going to be hot in Texas. So we're going to see how he fares. And that heat ain't no joke. I'm not sure what the temperature is going to be for that game, but I heard it's been hot in Texas this couple days. But look for Travis Hunter to have a big game. I'm sure Shedeur and Travis, they have great chemistry. That's what I'm trying to say. They have great chemistry. Look for him to thread that needle and have Travis go up there and jump for it. Also with Javon Antonio as well. And it's going to be exciting, man. Electrifying. Jimmy Horn Jr. If he gets space, it's going to be a wrap if he gets some space. Xavier Weaver the same way. So I think Travis Hunter is going to do really well. Like I said, I'm really excited for college football, and I did watch the USC game today. I saw the Jackson State game as well. I was going back and forth, but I was really concerned about, shout out to Jackson State because they blew that team out the water. So shout out to them. USC, I was interested in. I was looking at it from a different perspective because I know Colorado has to face them this year at home. And I wanted to see, what do they have? What do they have in their arsenal? And I was looking at them closely. I was looking at their defensive line closely. I was looking at their offensive line closely. I was looking at every position I could, during the game. I still wanted to enjoy the game, but I was looking at that. I saw Bear Alexander. He was number 2 on the depth chart, but he played the majority of the game. And he was disrupting that nose tackle position. He was disrupting the line, and he was doing really well. So I want to take this time and look at their depth chart and go over some players that I think pose Colorado a problem. Now, it's not a bad thing that they're posing them a problem. Problems have to be solved, correct? It's up to Colorado to solve these problems. USC has a few problems on this squad. We have the USC depth chart. I got a chance to watch their game. Like I said earlier, I got a chance to watch their game. And some of these players here really impressed me. Obviously, at the quarterback position, I got a chance to see Caleb Williams a little bit. He had a play where he dropped the ball, and then he picked up the ball and threw it for a long touchdown. That was pretty decent. But I'm not going to spend too much time on Caleb Williams. We know what he can do. And he's a junior. I don't know if this is going to be his last season. We'll see. I think so. But Caleb Williams had a okay game. Now, the running back position, number 2 here on the depth chart is Marshawn Lloyd. He's a transfer. He's a junior. He had a pretty decent game today. He got some pretty decent yardage. And I like what I saw in Marshawn Lloyd. So, our defense is going to have to be ready to stop that run. And like I said, that's why they're practicing to stop that run. They got to be thinking about Marshawn Lloyd. He's a pretty decent back here. And he transferred from South Carolina. And he played against Caleb Williams in high school. So he's a pretty decent back. He got some pretty decent yards today. Now, this guy here, let's see, where are we? In a wide receiver spot. Zachary Branch is going to be a problem. He has speed. He ran back a punt, didn't he? He ran back a kick return. He ran back a kick return today. And it's just the way he did it. He started out slow in his kick return, and then he just turned on the jets. And he's a freshman. And he reminded me of Coach Prime out there. This is crazy. So he's definitely going to be something to watch on the kickoff return. They're going to have to be ready for Zachary Branch. He is a true freshman, and he is getting his campaign started. So they're definitely going to have to watch out for him. He is a problem that they have to solve. Now let's go on to the defense here. I want to talk about the transfer, Anthony Lucas, number 6. He was solid today, man. I think he probably got a grade A or B today. He was causing some havoc on that line, and he is a transfer from Texas A&M. He's going to be a really solid player for them this season and in the future. So our offensive line has to be prepared for number 6 on the edge. They're definitely going to have to be prepared. There was a play where he just moved out to cover the tight end. He was in the quarterback face a few times. He's pretty solid, and he's just a sophomore. And he's definitely going to be a solid player for them, like I said, for this season and in the future. So watch out for Anthony Lucas. He's another problem we got to solve. That offensive line got to be ready for him. Jamil Muhammad is another one they got to be ready for. And he got a lot of playing time, too. Even he's 2 on the depth chart. They were subbing him in and out, depending on what they were trying to do. But Jamil Muhammad, he had a pretty solid game as well. I want to talk about Bear Alexander. Bear Alexander is a sophomore, 6'3", 300 pounds, nose tackle. He plays in the middle. And he had a really solid game today. He batted a ball down. He has good IQ on the line, as I see. He reminds me a little bit of Warren Sapp a little bit. And he's number 90, but he reminds me of Warren Sapp. And definitely that offensive line. The offensive line has to be ready because he was in the quarterback face a few times, along with Anthony Lucas. And I think Jamil Muhammad as well. They were giving the quarterback a little bit of pressure. But Bear Alexander, he made his presence known in the middle. So like I said, the theme here is our offensive line. They got to protect Shedeur because this line is also fast. And that leads me to their Mike position. Now the Mike position is the middle linebacker, right? I liken this position to like the quarterback on the field for the defense. Now the Mike position, Mason Cobb, I think you all know Mason Cobb. This guy is pretty smart, man. He's in the right place at the right time. He's all over the place. He's studying what he thinks that the offense is trying to do. You can tell he watch a lot of film. And he's a game time player. He's going to be solid. He's a senior, so this is his last season, I'm assuming, unless he come back as a grad student. I don't know, but I think this is his, of course, his last season. For the next stop is the NFL. He's pretty solid, and he's all over the place. And he's anticipating all the time, and then he's telling the players how to shift over and stuff like that. So look out for Mason Cobb when we decide to play him. I'm looking for their middle linebacker here. I'm just looking up here. They have a middle linebacker that's about 6'6". He's wiry. He doesn't even really strike me as a middle linebacker. Yeah, I think it's Eric Gentry. Let me take a look here and see. I usually can tell. Yeah, that's him. Eric Gentry. He is a junior. They're going to have to watch out for him, too. He's pretty fast. He got long arms. They said he got a 7'1" wingspan or something like that. As you see, he has long arms. So they definitely, he's going to pose a problem as well. They got some really solid players on this team, even though they gave up a lot of points today. And they didn't really struggle to get started. They kind of struggled to get started. They allowed the other team to score. I was surprised by that. But I heard that the opposing team quarterback has been there. I think he got like 50-some starts. So he was super experienced. And that team, they didn't lay down now. That team they played, they did not lay down. San Jose State, they did not lay down. But watch out for Eric Gentry. Who else we have? Let me see. I'm just looking at, is there anybody else here? There's a few others. But I just wanted to show you the depth chart. I'm sure some of you probably already got a chance to look at this. I'm just looking at their depth chart, and I was excited to see them play today because I'm like, all right, I'm watching this from the perspective as if I'm a scout, right? I'm an armchair at home scout, but my opinion doesn't hold no bearing on what Colorado is doing, you know. But it's still exciting to watch that game from that perspective. But so yeah, so that's the depth chart at USC, and As the season go on, I'm going to be looking at the other teams that we're going to face depth chart as well. If I watch their game, then I'm going to go over it and see what kind of problems they have for us. And but USC, they have some problems, as you can see, but it's up, like I said, it's up to Colorado to solve those problems. And I think they're going to be ready. What say you? All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys. But before you go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. If you have any video ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. Take care.